Stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul found His word. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder embrace a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angels' voices. All night divine, all night when Christ was born. All night divine, all night divine. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till
Is your vision giving you pause for concern? Have you had several surgeries or eye injections in the past? Are you using eye drops? Are prescription glasses working for you? If you answered yes to any of these questions, tune in to get pertinent information from me, Lady Day, and Dr. Prince, a low vision and blind rehabilitation specialist. We are live on the PCVI network to give education, information, and other solutions. Remember to subscribe to our network to get notifications.
Hello, good evening, and welcome once again to Healthy Vision. I'm your lady, Lady Nay, and you're watching me on PCVI. And you know, it's a really festive and happy time of year. You were just listening to Miss Jennifer Hudson in her beautiful, soulful voice, and she was singing "Oh Holy Night." You know, nighttime, it's a time of darkness, and that's a time that people really, really need to be careful when they're driving. But I'm not going to get into the discussion yet. I'm going to welcome my co-host for the evening, Dr. Prince. Dr. Prince, how are you doing tonight?
We are well.
Yes.
And good evening, Lady Nay, and good evening to anyone watching the show tonight.
Now we are in the holiday season, the Christmas season, New Year's season. Everybody's festive and celebrating, and I am feeling very festive. I feel very happy. I feel like celebrating. So before we even get started, I have to show how happy I am, okay? I have to do it. But guess what? Anyone who's sitting next to me has to be festive too. So I have something for you, Dr. Prince.
Let's see.
You want to see? Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
Go ahead,
Christmas,
make sure that the trees are in the front. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you know the size of my head.
Now you can really welcome your viewers.
Well, again, welcome everyone who are watching the show tonight. And take you lady
Sure. So I hope you had a good week. I hope everyone has been having a good week so far. We have a lot of things that we are going to cover tonight, and we're going to hear testimonials from your patients. We're going to talk about different subject matters. Now, I have a question for you. Driving, is it a right or is it a privilege? We were just listening to Oh Holy Night, and people have difficulty sometimes seeing at night. Is driving a right or is it a privilege?
Well, driving is a privilege. As we know, not everyone can drive. And as a privilege, it's something when you're able to drive, and at some point during the time, if you for some reason you lost your vision and you cannot drive, that can lead you to depression. That can lead you to isolate yourself from all your friends. That can some people even kill themselves. Now, and this is a holiday season. This is Christmas coming in, and one of the news that been going on in the low vision field is the driving aspect. Like when we have a lot of patients that for some reason or not they went to DMV or they went to their doctor and they don't have the vision requirement to be able to drive. Some of them the doctor report them and they take their license away. Some of them want to be able to go back, want to be able to drive again. And there is no better time for some of our patients.
Okay.
You know, for some of our patients that being not be able to drive and they come to placenta, we be able to put them on rehab and be able to help them. And recently we have three patients that went to DMV with the binocular telescope. They be able to see.
Wow.
And
That's good news.
yeah, this is good news, and that's what motivates us. And this patient, we've been see, and that was so there is one of them that was so depressed, was afraid because one of them doesn't even have he's living by himself. He's
Self-sufficient.
yes, he's taking care of him, and he doesn't live in an area where he need to drive. And now when he be able to drive, you can see the change on the face. You know what's going on, and that's one of the reasons we still have a few more patients that still can do the same. But this time we have a few patients. Last week I said one of them that's in the 80 that's in the 80 years old. A few patients we have I don't want to say the name of the other two. The first one, allow me to say her name. This patient doesn't only want to drive, they just want to be able to see TV.
Okay.
And that's why if everyone who are PCVI fan, if you're looking at this show tonight, you will see every week we're posting, we're doing a fundraising and to GoFundMe. And we are doing also an activity for some of these patients. We try to raise funds and to be able to get a bioptic for this patient, for them to be able to watch TV, for being able, when we hope before the New Year's, we will be able to achieve the goal, and these people, by next year, they will say they have a good gift for the year. At least they can watch the favorite show they used to watch again.
So can I ask you, what are some of the reasons why somebody would probably fail their vision or their driving test when it comes to vision?
Well, there is several reasons because based on their eye condition, these people may have some issue. They may have glaucoma, they may have cataract, they may have a diabetic retinopathy, they may have retinitis pigmentosa. So many eye condition can make them not able to drive. But that's concerning the eye. Some other reason also, if they are not fit to drive. And that's why we see when those people try to apply for driver license, not only they need for the eye doctor too, they need the primary care too. To be able to sign to see if this person is fit well, to drive also. Now we're going to focus on the vision. Now on our situation, because at the Center for the Visually Impaired, and me myself, I've been low vision rehab specialist, and as a low vision and blind rehab specialist, when we get a patient, they already lost their vision.
Okay.
They already has some form of condition. Like most of the time, it's either they have macular degeneration disease, it's either they have glaucoma complicated, either they have retinitis pigmentosa, or it's either they have some form of cataract surgery that doesn't work, and they are not be able to see. It's either they lost one of the eye or they lost both eye. Now, when this patient come, that's one of the reason when they come and when they try to renew their license, they cannot drive.
Okay.
And some people too doesn't even know. And this is another topic we're going that will be the main subject also,
Sure.
because some people will go to the doctor or will go to they may be a CDL driver.
So that's like a truck driver or like a
Yeah,
big
this
commercial.
commercial driver,
Commercial
and they went to their company because their company has a pool of doctor that check their vision also.
Oh, all
If
right.
they don't, they have their own requirement. If they don't fit, they may stop them from driving. You know, some people know they have vision issue when you go to this, and that's why today, you know, and the topic we're going to discuss as for visual acuity is very big topic because some people also do have good vision.
All
Is
right.
when they went to do the test, and the condition also make them fail it. You know, that's why we're going to talk a lot, and I hope I answer your question as for.
Well, yeah, you know, some people can drive just fine during the daytime when there's plenty of sunlight, but some people cannot drive
Drive at night.
at night.
Okay, that's one of the cases we get a lot, most likely for or patient for the patient for old age patient or for patient who are diabetic. You know, that have what they call diabetic retinopathy or diabetic patients. Some people doesn't even know is not even diabetic. Some of them said to me, "Well, at night I cannot when I'm driving, when someone has flashed me the big light, I cannot see." That's how people has glare issue.
Oh, okay.
You know, and this is if you don't have any major condition, if that's only what you have. You know, this is stuff that basically we can take in care. Now,
On another note, outside of being a driver who cannot see at night, I would like to make one point for pedestrians who are walking home or walking anywhere at night. Some people tend to wear a lot of dark clothing, and it's very hard for you to see them at night. Now, I've seen people wear reflective, you know, patches, like those light patches that reflect when the light hits them, it bounces back, or even light-colored clothing or red or bright coats or things like that. I think that pedestrians should be aware that there are people who cannot see that well, so that's why if you're traveling at night, especially on foot, or you're taking the bus or whatever, you're gonna have to get off that bus and walk eventually. Make sure that you're wearing something that's bright, that's very colorful, or that has reflectors so that people who have difficulty seeing at night can see you as a driver.
But you know, me, what I would say, that I will go further. I will not go the way you go because I guess everybody has the right to wear whatever they want.
Of
That's
course,
that's
definitely.
what I would say. People that have difficulty to see well at night, they need to check their eye doctor because if anyone watching the show tonight, if you are one of them, I believe you when you were 20, 25 or 23 or 18 or 30 years old, you are not like that. You were able to see at night.
So you've
You
seen
know,
the
and
decline.
now when you see that different, you need to check with your eye doctor. Now, if you keep checking, your eye doctor says to you everything is fine, you can ask for a second opinion.
Okay.
You know, because we get a lot of second opinion patients. Because today we have like 2 patients that came because they have some concern. They feel like one of the eye they don't see well, and the doctor said everything is fine, but everything is not fine for the patient. You understand? And that's when you try to get a second opinion. Make sure you fix it. If you think you have issue at night, you should not drive at night because you should not put at risk any other person
Yourself,
that might
yeah.
that I would to take care of the daily living activity, to take care of the the work, stuff like that. You have to, if you have any of this issue, check with your eye doctor. If your eye doctor said to you, whatever recommendation your eye doctor do to you, you follow it. If you don't feel satisfied, you get a second opinion. Now, if you're a low vision patient, or if you somehow, when I said low vision patient, a lot of people will say, what is low vision? What is this? A low vision patient is like it's someone you've been going to your doctor for some concern in your eye. No matter what they do, there is nothing. You don't feel any change. You still have the same issue. There is no change. Whether you have surgery, whether you see stick in your eye drop, whether they give you a lenses or they give you glasses, doesn't work. You check, get look to see if you can get a low vision rehab specialist. Get some advice. Thanks God for we put this show here. We are able to educate a lot of people that were watching the show. And you can ask questions, send questions to Lady Nation, questions to the network. We'll be able to answer you.
Definitely. So on that note, we are going to take a very short pause. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Stay right there with us. Don't go away. And we're back on Healthy Vision on the PCVI network. Now, Dr. Prince, you have a few things that you have planned in terms of fundraising. That's in the news, right? Things that you would like to offer to your patients. You want to be able to connect with your patients and give them information. And you also want to give some supporters the opportunity to support you too. So can you tell us a little bit about this event that's going to take place?
Oh yeah, we have several events, and that's going to all these events, and have one goals, like as you said, is to whatever we can get out of it, is be able to help a lot of people who lost their vision, where those people already went to several eye doctors, to the ophthalmologist, to the optometrist. They already said they cannot do anything for them. And the goal of these people, one of them is to be able to see, to be able to read. And one of them is to be able to see TV. I've been saying that because Miss Senatus Lisman, I know she's scheduled for us to see her, I guess, the 25th of December, even we're not open. She said, I want to come.
On Christmas Day.
You know, stuff like that. And I promise her, and we will get her bioptic, because there is nothing she tells me I cannot watch TV. Now, in one of the activity we're going, right now the fundraising is going on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube, on all the social media. It's going on where you can just click in it, just donate. Whatever you donate, you will be able to have a chance to win one of the, if you're not a low vision patient, maybe you wear glasses. We have some brand name glasses we get from the manufacturer from Lusatica. We get we have Versace, we have a Gucci. From the manufacturer, they give us a couple of glasses to do raffle, and we put them in. And the good thing for the low vision patient, because this morning I was talking with the low vision patient, we have a Merlin CCTV we raffle also. A Merlin CCTV is over $3,000, as you can see. We are raffle one of
very
them.
expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. And we have a Ubi device also, and we have a binocular telescope for people, low vision patients that would like to drive also. We raffle.
Wow.
Now, anybody that's doing it that gets a minimum of amount, we have a chance to be part of that raffle.
Okay.
And now, when we're going to do that raffle, we will get one of our low vision patient or one of our blind patient who lost vision completely. That's going to pick and choose.
Wow.
And that's going to do the raffle. We're going to do it in a two big event.
Right.
One will be in Queens, in Brasserie Creole. I believe that's in Linden Boulevard.
Yes.
You will be able to get the address soon.
I think it's 228.
At that day, when we do the raffle, there will be a book signing. You know, a lot of you that know Professor Marie-Carmel Polostin, she is one of my mentors. She was my professor also.
Really?
And she will have a book signing, one of her new book. At that book signing, you will have a chance. She's going to discuss, to do debate, you know, to do a conference to everyone, and you'll be able to talk to her. We'll be able to eat together, and during that time too, I have some of hosts from PCVI Network who are professional. We have Dr. Bazzi that's going to perform. We have the Pope. Bruno that's going to perform, and you have a chance to get the CD also.
Oh, that sounds
The
very
CD also for free.
exciting.
If you just come in, you know, if you get more information, you can always. I want everyone to come to support this activity because there is nobody. Why we doing this activity? And I know I'm talking about it because these patients, these people that will be there also, there is no better gift you can give them, you know, and you know, support what we're doing to be able to give them, you know, because when I keep focused to say, if someone said to you, I want to be able to watch TV, and she definitely cannot, and she can watch TV with it,
Okay.
you know, and that would be good. And thanks God, a lot of people we said where we get the binocular telescope for the driving people, we get it from one of our patients.
Wow.
He's able to buy two, you know, because he was seeing two different data.
Okay.
And one he doesn't use it anymore. It was a brand new one. He doesn't need it. He just give it away.
So
and we take
yes.
Mr. Jano.
Okay.
That's watching us every Friday on PCVI. He said, and this binocular telescope is close to $2,000. It's expensive stuff, you know, and that's very good. And
So we're very thankful to
and you
the.
have a chance to meet Lady Nay.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't. We don't know. We can hope. We can
But
hope.
we understand what she said. Maybe you're not, because if you're not coming, you're not going to see Lady Nay. But if you come in, you're going to be able to see her.
So we would like to take this moment out to thank Mr. Jano
Yeah.
for his generosity, and that's something that's very caring and very thoughtful, that even though it's trash for one person, he knows that it's a treasure for someone else, and so he has made the gesture of giving it as a donation to the Prince.
You know, give it as a
Vision
donation to
Center.
the Prince Center to be able to give it to the patient. We're not going to keep it. We're just going to give it to. We have a patient that's in need, because when you have one, it's best when we do that fundraising. You know, whoever be able to get it, and if there is more people that have low vision device and you don't use it, or the same way, I remember last year we have one of the veteran and that died. His wife, they did just send him a CCTV. His wife did just want to donate it.
Wow.
You understand? And that's the same way, because so many people now, this wife donated, and we donated to
Someone
of our
else.
patients. And this patient now, you can see all she is. She is home and do showing with a CCTV, stuff like that.
Wow.
There is no best gift, but she could not afford this type of device by herself.
It's something that's very expensive. So it's definitely a gift. And certainly during this time of gift giving and Christmas and generosity, it's something that I think is very kind. So again, we appreciate all the donors that have given and all the future donors. Now, is there any type of tax incentive for donors also?
Oh, yes. And thanks you, Lady Nay. You see, she knows, because we are non-for-profit. You know, services, whatever your donation you provide, you can get it from tax, because we tax exempt, and we are non-for-profit organization. And everyone, you know, because I know a lot of people, this is tax season, A lot of people may have some issue with IRS. Maybe that can be a leeway for you to donate, and whatever you donate will help some other people that's in a situation in need. And this is the end of the year. So before I would feel bad to stand up here and try to keep talking about asking people to donate, but hey, some people may not be happy. They will say, Dr. Percy is asking. Well, I'm doing it for my patient. And
Okay.
as I said to one of the doctors that came to my office the other day that was talking to me, no, not one of my doctors. That's one. I was talking with the president of an organization in Chicago, and that's raising money for people that play music, stuff like that. And I said, how come you don't do it for people that lost their vision? She was shocked. She said, yeah. That's
She
true
never
what you
thought
said.
about
Yeah,
it.
I never thought about that. I said, yes, I'm an advocate also. Because that's why I go to I said, I'm in a position to talk for them. I'm doing them.
Yeah,
you know.
because you meet them on a one-to-one
Yes,
basis regularly, and you meet their families and the people that they love.
Yes.
So that gives you like a first-hand eyewitness, in a way, experience.
And one thing I would say too, for the conference for a Professor Miss Lucy, this one may be one of the big. And people that know Professor Miss Lucy, they know, and you cannot miss that. Because when you talk about because her book signing, because she wrote several books already, but this one is one of the best.
Excuse
But the
me,
reason
you
I say
sound
one of the
very.
best, yeah, because I read it already. Where's my copy?
It was here last week, and now it's gone. So
Yeah.
maybe it's because you were reading it, you took it to another room, and you left it in there.
Maybe take my book.
Don't blame it on someone else, Dr.
Yeah,
Prince.
okay. Yeah, but we hope everybody will be able to make it, and this is one of the big events, and you will be able to meet some of our patients. Mr. Jano, he would donate some of the testimonial patient, and some of the pastor we have to also that lost the vision, and now they'll be able to preach. A lot of people, you meet some people you never know they have vision issue.
Wow.
Because
And that would be a
no,
surprise.
because you will not even know, because when they understand, when they preach, talk about God, you don't know if they have vision issue, because they do what they're supposed to do.
So this sounds like it would be a very powerful night, and it's a great opportunity for people to get together, get to know each other, hear each other's story, support each other, support you. So I definitely encourage people to attend this event. There's going to be food there.
Yeah, free food.
Yep.
Uh,
That's a very important thing.
free food, but no alcohol, but free drink also. When I say drink, juice.
That's fine. We don't
And
need
you'll
alcohol.
be able to meet one and Leon too.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then what is this? Is there a Freedom Scientific Magnifier?
Yeah, we talk about it. When I talk about it, you can see Lady Nay is not a low vision patient. That's the way she talked like this. But when I talk about the Ruby device, but that's good, because a lot of people doesn't know about
Yeah,
low
we
vision.
don't know, so
Because
that's your opportunity.
sometimes you may be some people you may be at a church, or you may go to a library, or you may go to a court. You may see some of the professional with some form of device in their hand. You may take his iPad, but it's not the iPad. It's maybe a mobile video magnifier, like a Ruby device. We have a nice Ruby device, and very expensive, that done by Freedom Scientific Company, and we're going to do a raffle on it also for whoever is winning it. I know one of the pastors said, I wish I can get this one. Because you know what he said to me? He said to me, if I get this one, and I'm going to hide it, because sometimes my wife think I don't know, I cannot read, I don't see. I said, she would be surprised.
Wow, so
You know,
these
stuff
are some of the things that help, like you said, enhance
Yes.
people's lives, that even though they've lost a certain aspect of their vision, these devices can help to
Them get back on track.
Yeah.
Because when you're losing your vision at some point based on the severity of the vision, you have to do adaptation to live. Because at some point, even in age, you see a lot of people, as they get in old, they don't have the same strength. They use support. So that's the same thing. Your vision is that getting out, and the way you used to see Now in the dark, now you need more lighting, stuff like that. And
sure.
then when you need more lighting, if you don't put no more lighting, you'll not be able to see. You accommodate yourself.
Sure.
It's like the same way. These people already have several surgery already, and for them to have a reading glass, it must be a microscope. The microscope that will allow them to read like a 2020 letter, or that can see a letter like the one you're reading. They will have to put the microscope like this. And now with a Ruby device, they can put it here and they manage the size.
Oh, wow.
When whatever the way they want it, they can read it. That's why you may not know these people doing it, because when I look at Jano, the way he's able to do everything he wants, although Jano doesn't use handheld magnifier or video magnifier, because he be able to buy those microscope glasses.
Oh, okay.
But not everyone has the economic
Yeah.
power to do that.
Everyone's situation is different.
Yeah.
So, you've shared a lot with us. I'm going to share the address of where these two events are going to take place. So, for the event in Queens, New York, is going to be at Brasserie Creole, and that's 227-02 Linden Boulevard. Again, Brasserie Creole, 227-02 Linden Boulevard, Cambria Heights. January 6th.
One more time.
What day is that? January 6th.
What day it is?
Is it a Saturday?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. That's why we do it I believe it's from 2 to 6. Because
All right.
we want a lot of our patients that have difficulty to see at night to be able to get home safely. That's why we finish at 6.
All right. It's also on the 12th of January, you're going to be on Flatbush Avenue,
Yes.
2192 Flatbush Avenue. So all of the Brooklyn people who would like to attend this event, Flatbush is a very centralized location. It's very easy to get to for a lot of people. A lot of Caribbean people are very familiar with that area. So again, is 2192 Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11234.
Yes. Okay. I guess you said it all.
So with that being said, we're going to show you just a short little driving video, and we hope that you find it helpful and informative. Stay tuned with us. We will be right back.
I see ribbons of color. I see us inside of each other. I feel my unconscious merge with yours, and I hear a voice say, what's his is hers. I'm falling into you. This dream could come true, and it feels so good. Falling into you. I was afraid to let you in here. Now I have learned love can be made in fear. The walls begin to tumble down, and I can't even see the ground. I'm falling into you. This dream could come true.
And we're back on Healthy Vision on the PCVI network. I'm your host, Lady Nay, and I'm here. We're having a great discussion with Dr. Prince. Now, Dr. Prince, we just showed a video for the viewers. I'm pretty sure I saw some snow and some ice there. Can you explain a little bit more of what was happening in the video?
Oh yeah, in this video we the reason we show it to you is just to show you. You see the view. For someone that have a beginner of cataract that start losing the vision, even in a sunny in a sunny day, that's the way they see. You know, that's when these people who always say to you, I don't see clear. You know, that was a snow day. You know, you can see all the snow. You can see the only thing you see on the street, you can see the green light. And when there is red light, you can see the car. Now, these people doesn't lose their vision completely. These people just, this is the way they see. Even when you see very clear, this is the way they see it. These people will always say to you, I cannot see clearly, because these people has what they call fluctuating vision. Sometimes they see well, sometimes they don't see. That's why you may see some of the family members sometimes keep saying they are faking. They don't understand yet. These people will be able to see the light. They'll be able to see the car. But when it comes to detailed vision, that means if I'm looking at your face, I can see your whole head on overview. But if you're going to the detail to see your
My
eye,
glasses.
your inside your eye, everything stuff like that, it might be difficult for me to give you everything. This is what we want to show them, because as we talk about driving, and our low vision patient, although they may, actually there was a video done by one of our low vision patient as he was driving. We just do that video to a cell phone,
Okay.
and in together to show, but he is a good driver.
Well, thank goodness for that. So now, there's a test. Is it the vision acuity? Is that pertaining to driving?
Yes.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit more?
But visual acuity is not only pertaining to driving, because everybody, when you go to your eye doctor, or if you go to your primary doctor, or your pediatrician, whoever your primary doctor is, when it comes to vision to check your eye, they always put a sign in front of you, a chart, and to the chart, they ask you to read A, B, C, or E.
Identify the letters.
The letters. Based on how well you identify the letter, they will say the number. If you see 2020, if you see 2040, and stuff like that. As you can see, this is what visual acuity. Now, the first one you see, this one is not a standard chart. This is a chart most likely we use for people that don't know how to see. We ask them all this, if they see the letter, if you see the feet up, down, to the left, to the right, stuff like that, they can direct their eyes, stuff like that. Now, everywhere you go, you will see they check your vision like this. That the connection with driving is because if you want to get a driver license, beside taking the test, driving, you get your driver license, but they do vision tests for you.
Yeah, there's a written test, and I think there's a driving test, and then there's a visual test.
Yeah, vision test. The vision test, and DMV, I'm talking most likely for New York State, you have to be able to see 20/40.
What does that mean, 20/40? Is that a percentage?
Well, 20/40, most likely, since you asked me, is that the top number is like at 20 feet.
Okay.
You are able to see something. You are able to see letter. The size of this letter is like 40.
At a different
40 meter.
40 meters.
40 meter. That's my definition. You understand? But some other people will say to you, this is 20/40 mean at 20 feet you see is something someone can see. You know, someone can see a 40 time, like you see when you compare it to someone that see 20/20, it's like you see it like a 40 time less than what you when you compare it to
the percentage.
But for me, at 20 feet, you can see that's the smaller size you can read. At 20 feet, you can see a size later 40 meter. 40 meter, that size may like be like the PCVI size. You know, at 20 feet. Now, when you stand up, if it's smaller than that, you cannot see.
So let me ask you, the numbers in this visual test, I know 20/20 is like the standard. So when it goes up, is it good or is it bad? Or when it goes down?
When it goes down, it's better. most likely. When it's go up, but it's depend of the age also.
Okay.
For DMV is 2040, the minimum they require, but everybody goals is try to see 2020. But if someone see 2016 or 2012.5, that's better than 2020. We get a lot of people see 2016,
20,
2012.5.
okay, so 2016 or 2012.5 is better than 2020.
Way better. That means these people already see 2020, they see better than that.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, they see better than that. And now, when we talk, visual acuity is a very important topic because when I say this very important topic because uh, they we use visual acuity. Some people get benefit from that because based on how well you see, because for some people to get benefit, let's say for to be able to be qualified for some disability matter, and as far a concerned vision, you have to be able to see a certain amount. If you see 2020, you're not going to get it.
Okay.
But if you see 20 over 800 or 20 over 400, 20 over 200, you may be qualified.
So when the numbers go up, you
Yes.
said it's not that good.
Yes, that means we get a lot of patients that need to get accommodation because in the bathroom, the state asks them, you need to see your eye doctor to prove that. Because when you look at the state website, there is some requirement for that. Now, that's what, and beside be able to get your driver license, because if you went to see a doctor, that's what we were talking before for the driver from CDL. If you get someone that put you sit down in a situation where there is no light, enough light, or the light is not so
Okay.
bright the way you can see, and you fell. When you fell and you lost your job, you understand? And that's
That could
one
be devastating.
that could be devastating. Most of the time, some of the job will ask you to see your eye doctor. But I saw so many people with their driver license they have to have correcting lens with it.
Okay.
And when you ask these people to read without the glasses, they be able to pass the test.
So what are corrective lens?
Corrective lens is like what you have. You understand? Is you have a prescription on it. Okay?
So it is.
That means these people that went to DMV to pass this test, if they pass it with the glass on, the person that's doing the driver license is going to put it on their record.
So a corrective lens can correct your vision?
Yes, that's why it's.
And is there a certain limit of time or amount of time that they can expect to see this change? Or do they just have to be patient? Do they have to wear it only under certain conditions or all the time?
People that have corrective lens, it's either they cannot see far, it's either they cannot see close, or it's either they cannot see far and close.
Okay.
Both together. Now, these people will need to have glasses, and if the problem is really what that's called refractory error, and the correction it can be these people. We need glasses. When these people need glasses, that's the glasses that allow them to see. Now, when you ask me when this person needs to put the glasses on, like me, when people come to Point Center. As for related to glasses, we always put protection on the glasses while other facility doesn't do. You understand? Because we don't just give patient glass to give glasses because we focus on lenses. We make sure as we correct your vision is not going to get worse, stuff like that.
It's very important.
Yeah, and that's the difference. But we want to everyone. And if you're going to see your doctor, as your doctor check your vision, don't take in your mind you are going to take a test or you forcing yourself to see. I see that a lot. They force themselves to see. You come to see a doctor because you have some issue with your vision.
So be completely honest
Yes,
about
honest.
it.
If you don't see clear, say, I don't see this letter clear. Don't force yourself. And that's the way the doctor will be able to help you out.
There's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about.
Because I see patients coming and forcing themselves. After that, they're going to complain. After that, they're going to say to you, hey, when I read too much, and after that, I feel my eyes hurting me. stuff like that. Now, visual acuity, I know we don't have a lot of time, but visual acuity, as we're talking about it, is a big topic. It's not only for adults.
Who else is it for?
It's for kids also.
All right.
Because a lot of people will say, well, and about for my baby and about for kids, or they can see their visual acuity based on the age of the kids, as you can see, like some of the picture, like you see this, some of the kids, based on how old they are, if they're under 3 years old, or if they're 2 years old, if they don't talk, but that doesn't mean you cannot, eye doctor will not be able to get their vision right. They cannot be able to identify the shape. They will be able to match this shape together, and when they match it, to match yellow to yellow, blue to blue, or to do all these things. This is and the pediatric ophthalmology will automatically get the vision right. Get it for the kids. And now there is shot also for kids, and also because as you can look at this shot, like you see those shape based on the age of the kids. If the kids can identify this, that's why we show you all these different shots when you see your doctor, and if you see your doctor has them, use them for the kids. Sometimes if you see, because I have a patient coming to me and said to me, my doctor doesn't do anything for my kids, stuff like that. They don't know, because the doctor, since you walk into the office with the kids, the doctor already observe your kids and see and watching what's going on, and make a connection with the kids, and be able to get the visual acuity even just by use different type of shot, because kids is different.
Yes.
And now we show you a lot of shots. This is for normal kids, but there is some of the kids that have a
special need,
and those kids, you have to be able to relate with them. Those kids have special color. When I'm talking last time, most likely for kids that have what they call a cortical visual impairment, stuff like that. We may have a different show for that, but there is a way doctor be able to identify the vision and be able to help them, because there is a center in Long Island that sends us a lot of kids that have a special need, and these kids we be able to, but these kids are low vision kids, because we have to be able to give the proper prescription, and the way you do prescription for everyone cannot work for them that way.
So that was very informative.
I know we have to go the way you
We
look
have
at me.
more
That's
things. We have more things that we have to cover. But because of that, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Please stay with us. Share the show if you can, and we'll be right back.
Culture, société, politique, économie, santé, environnement, géopolitique, un franc-parler avec Ronald Léon, chaque mardi 7h-8h PM sur le PCVI Network. Ronald Léon Show, le show le plus chaud du web.
Suivez-nous sur notre page Facebook, la chaîne YouTube et le site d'internet de PCVI Network. Enfin, sur la page Facebook de Ronald Léon Show.
Did you want to learn more about how vision affects our daily lives? Well, this is a great segment for you, because that includes vision in the classroom, women in medicine, and careers for the visually impaired, and much more. Each week, you can be fascinated by topics that include and branch beyond medicine, provided by the PCVI Network. Tune in on Sundays at 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. You can also search PCVI Network, and the channel will appear on the search. New and exciting episodes hosted by Jolene Aristide will be posted weekly. You won't want to miss this. Trust me. We'll see you then.
you are watching me, Lady Nay, on Healthy Vision, and we're on the PCVI network. Dr. Prince and I, we're in a very happy mood, festive, holiday mood, and we've been sharing a lot of news. We told you about two great events that are going to be happening, the fundraisers that are going to be happening January 6th and January 12th, one in Queens, one in Brooklyn. We hope to see you there. And there you're going to get to see Dr. Carmel.
Yes, Lucy Paul Austin.
Yes. And she has a lot of wonderful things to share. She's going to be signing books and all those wonderful things. So make sure you mark your calendar and make sure you're there right after the new year. Now, there has been a change in the New York City Health Code. In Article 11 of the Health Code, there's been an amendment, a change to Section 11.33. And that's about testing pregnant women, right? It's about testing, giving tests for syphilis.
Oh, yes. I believe I know you have the article in your hand. You can just read it because that's the city. Because when you provide information when you are a healthcare provider, usually the city send you information.
Okay,
you know,
so you
and
get.
they want you to share it, and they send it to most of the provider office also. You know, they ask them to put it in the office to remind them. Now, this one is related to syphilis, and the syphilis is a sexual transmissive disease. Because what happened, a lot of people, what they see during 2017, 2018, maybe you give the correct number, the number of people that get what they call the syphilis is increased. And for the first time, more than ever.
Actually, it increased by 186%, which is a very high amount.
Yeah.
Not just 100%, 186%.
Yeah, that's a big number. And that's why they want now, instead of specifically like when people is pregnant, when the pregnant people usually they do the syphilis test twice. Now they want it to be done 3 times.
They want it to be done at 28 weeks of pregnancy or as soon thereafter as you think that you might have contracted the disease.
Okay, that means what they add for mass lady, they say they always do it as a pre-pregnancy test in the beginning. For the pregnancy, in the beginning when you do the pregnancy profile blood test. Now you're going to do it at 28 weeks, and you're going to do it after again. That's make it the 3 times.
At 32 weeks, no later than 32 weeks of pregnancy.
Yes.
So once you pass 32 weeks of pregnancy, it's like the time has expired.
Yeah. You know, and we're talking most likely for most of the doctor, and but you've been doing this most likely the gynecologist, the OBGYN doctor, most likely. We get a few of them that like our show, and we pass on this information. I know you maybe, if you didn't have time to see it at your office, we give you the information, make sure you look at it, because and they want you to document the test in the patient file.
That's right.
You know, when the CT said that, you don't want to get anyone to get any citation from the state.
No, you don't want that.
And that's why we give you the information, you put in application. Now, a lot of people may ask why we're talking about this in the healthy vision. Yes, because some people that have syphilis, they can have some eye condition also. You know, and we have kids, we have a lot of people that have lesion from the eye relating to syphilis. And when those lesions get to the eye, we get people that have this condition that's been going to different doctor, or that's been seeing the regular doctor. The regular doctor, the big issue for this, some people been treating, the regular doctor put them, because recently, I have a patient that said to me, my daughter said to me, the patient has conjunctivitis.
Yes.
And she said, my daughter has the same thing I have, but my daughter said to me, they should give me, she said to me, my doctor should give me antibiotic, not antibiotic ointment for the eye, but antibiotic
Internally, like a
yeah.
pill form?
And as the patient said that to me, I said, well, your conjunctivitis is gone already.
All right.
And now for your daughter, and she asked me, is that a good idea? My daughter is taking antibiotic to mouth and is getting taking the ointment. I said, well, her doctor know why she give her the antibiotic because she's sexually active. Maybe the doctor do test for her because any one of the sexual transmissive, whether you have gonorrhea or chlamydia,
Or
stuff like that, they all
syphilis.
can give you some form of lesion in the eye, some form of infection. The one can spread to the eyes. The syphilis give a lesion that was, and you can see a few of the picture, that's basic. If someone come to your office like this, first thing you will think, do you have any reaction of allergic reaction, or do you have any form of conjunctivitis, stuff like that. And now that's mean this, we put that picture to put a lot of doctor know when the patient just came, and don't try to automatically start treating for conjunctivitis, but they get some medical story. Get this story
Get some
straight.
information.
Get some information. Get the story straight to see what's going on, because we see I've been see so many cases in the press center. There was a case in the press center like this person that has some form of virus, but in the eye you see that allergic conjunctivitis. But this person was on so many medicine, but what the person should be is supposed to be on antiviral.
Oh.
You understand? But they've been treating you, but because this thing is just a simple sit down with the patient and ask mid
Medical.
some equation.
Yes.
And you, as a fan of PCVI, you're not the doctor, but when you go to the doctor, you need to give a lot of information. Don't hide in anything for yourself. Your doctor is supposed to be your friend. You have to explain it and say everything without afraid of anything.
So that the doctor can have a clear picture
Yeah.
on how to treat you, because you don't want the wrong treatment option, or you don't want to be taking a treatment option that's not for you. That's a waste of time, and that's unnecessary medications in your system. It was so funny that last week when we did our show on conjunctivitis, I spoke to a friend of mine shortly after, and she said, oh my goodness, my eyes are red, they're burning, there's a discharge, it's puffy. And she said, I can't even open my eyes. I can't take bright lights. She said, what should I do? I was like, well, number one, you need to go to a doctor. I know you would be happy about that. But number two, I said, in the meantime, if you have a whole bunch of bright lights, dim them down and put some sunglasses, some shades to
Don't
help.
say that I'm happy about that.
No, you're happy about the referral, because that is the right advice to see.
Yeah, you did the right thing.
Medical
But me, what
attention.
I'm happy about, a lot of conjunctivitis, most likely the bacterial one, is an eye contact. And what I want you to do is always wash your hand, clean your hand. When you touch your eye, don't touch your eye and try to eliminate the liquid with your finger, and after that you're going to touch your daughter, or you're going to touch your kids, or or your husband, stuff like that. This is what the advice I want you to do. And if you do that, you're not coming to our office for us to treat
The
because
whole family.
The whole family.
Yeah.
You have to. Or don't try to just put on your father glasses, because I've been see that a lot.
What?
Husband and wife. The wife said, I don't need glasses. They don't want to go to the doctor, but they're using the
husband's glasses?
to read.
I've never heard of
But
that.
I've been I get two patients that have a conjunctivitis, but that was a few weeks ago. But what happened? The wife was using the husband glass.
Oh.
For reading.
And then it spreads to everybody.
She's not even thinking. And that's what she's in the medical field. You understand? Because this is the basic information sometimes you don't pay attention. I always talk about homework. If you want, just try to make sure you do a homework. What mean homework? You go to see your doctor said to you, well, your diagnostic is conjunctivitis, or your diagnostic is pink eye. If you don't have any question, you look at it. You read about the medicine. You see the side effect. Don't, as soon as you put the medicine in, you just say, this medicine is not good for me. But hey, maybe the medicine make you feel give you light headache, or make you dizzy.
It's
stuff like that.
possible.
If it's the side effect of the medicine, you know about it, you can just address it with your doctor, and your doctor will give you the confidence and what to do or what to give you next to manage that.
I mean, sometimes you may know in advance that you're going to have a headache or a reaction or an allergy to certain medication, and sometimes you don't. So you do have to communicate with your doctor if you do feel any symptoms or any
Yes.
negative changes that come to you after you start taking certain medications, you know. So yes, thanks so much for telling us about the syphilis test requirement. First, at the time of you suspecting that you may have something, and also at 28 weeks, but no later than 32 weeks. It's very, very important. And also, yes, as you mentioned, the new rule requires providers to document the test results and the treatment plan in the patient's medical record.
You can say, who signed this note? That's the, and that came from New York City Department of Health.
Definitely. Yes, that's from the Department of Health. So, Dr. Prince, you know, we've spoken about so many different things, and I'm really enjoying this conversation, but we have to go to break. So, we'll be right back. Stay tuned with us. Those that did not share the show yet, please share the show, and we'll be right back.
Is your vision giving you pause for concern? Have you had several surgeries or eye injections in the past? Are you using eye drops? Are prescription glasses working for you? If you answered yes to any of these questions, tune in to get pertinent information from me, Lady Nay, and Dr. Prince, a low vision and blind rehabilitation specialist. We are live on the PCVI network to give education, information, and other solutions. Remember to subscribe to our network to get notifications.
All right, we're back on Healthy Vision. I'm your Lady Nay, and I'm having a great conversation with Dr. Prince. Now, Dr. Prince, we've shared a lot of information this evening, and we're getting ready to conclude the show. But we have to just touch on a video that was put out by the ophthalmologist organization. I know I said it wrong.
Okay, American Academy of Ophthalmology. This video was put in 2016.
Okay.
But as you know, we still it's still on the American Academy Ophthalmology website, because they still want to remind all AVR care provider.
Yes.
You know, because they still need, as for the referral aspect, when we talk about the referral aspect, instead of having like 10 surgery, 6 surgery for a patient, because a lot of ophthalmologists still, or eye care providers still doesn't know, some of the patient, after so many, they don't have to wait until they're blind to send them to the vision rehab, or to send them to a vision rehab, because there still be hope for this patient. Because we will say that to a lot of patients, because a lot of patients also doesn't even know there is something like vision rehab for them. Because I've been seeing a lot of patients say, I didn't even know that exists. I will be I will go there a long time ago. But now we're glad the American ophthalmologists put that video out there since 2016. But not everyone see it, because I've been see a lot of patients, you know, although their cornea is out, they lost their vision, and the ophthalmologist just said, I cannot do it, we cannot do anything for you, instead of doesn't send them to a vision rehab. And that's why we are an advocate for these people. There is not only, when I'm talking about the vision rehab, there is state agency too that do vision rehab. And we try to reinforce this situation, because for any eye care provider, because we know there is a lot of eye care provider, there is a lot of healthcare provider who watch PCVI network, because we get feedback from a lot of them. And we are saying that you don't have to wait if you're an ophthalmologist or if you're an optometrist. If you see a patient that's a low vision patient, you try to get the same way as some of the facilities start doing it. You try to give them a person a prescription glass. You see, you cannot do it. The person already have a surgery. You cannot do it. Refer the person to low vision.
So there are resources out there to help patients, but it's up to the doctors, up to
refer them.
the ophthalmologist to refer them, so that there can be a positive effect, so that there can be some type of saving grace for their vision, your patient's vision, and also for their lifestyle. And it not only affects the individual. When a doctor is treating a patient, it's like they're kind of treating a whole village. They have a wife, they have children, they have relatives, and these conditions affect everyone, because they're going to create a situation where people will have to be cared for, and that will change everyone's lifestyle. So you're right. When someone is in need of a referral, I would hope that they would hear what's being spoken of in this video, and they'll make the right call, and they will make the referral, because it's very necessary. So before we go to that video, we're going to wish you good night. We're going to wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, which is coming up very soon. I gave Dr. Prince a hat. And he said, okay, thank you. And he gave it right back to me. But anyway, we hope that you were well informed tonight. And we're going to see you again next week. Take care and good night.
Take care. Good night.
One of the things that we can do as ophthalmologists is to realize the importance of referral for vision rehabilitation for any patient who is starting to lose their vision. And it's most effective when we do this early in their vision loss, at a time when they can really begin to involve themselves in the vision rehabilitation process. Vision rehabilitation is now the standard of care for patients who are losing their vision. This is something that all of us as ophthalmologists should keep in mind every day in our offices.
I have a pretty profound distortion of my visual field. The doctors I had seen were not asking me what I was seeing. So we just miscommunicated for a year and a half, really. If I'd been referred a year and a half ago when I had the problem originally, I could have spared myself a year and a half of exhaustion and my kids worrying about me and my husband trying to figure out how to make it okay.
Let's go ahead and take a look.
As ophthalmologists, traditionally, we're trained to cure disease, to make vision better.
Look down.
Oftentimes, when we run into patients who are losing their vision, it's almost a sign of defeat, or at least traditionally, it's been that. And we try our best with all the modern technology that's out there to make vision better, but sometimes we can't.
So how are you seeing?
It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
We need to concentrate more on continuing and maintaining what the patient already has. And that's a shift in thinking, the focus beyond the eye.
The entire spectrum of disease, of eye disease, can be helped with vision rehab. So it covers the spectrum of disease from glaucoma to cataracts, early macular degeneration, late macular degeneration, inherited diseases, degenerative diseases, every form of vision loss, mild to extensive, patients benefit.
Our specialty has taken the stance that low vision care is standard of practice. And in fact, we've made it a standard part of our teaching programs for our residents. They are required to understand and to deliver low vision care to the extent that they can and to refer appropriately to low vision specialists when needed.
So basically I reviewed the visual field that we took for you, and based on your symptoms of loss of visual field on the left side, it's very consistent.
I was quite frankly shocked. I remember my first visit watching Dr. Speraza with a patient. She took close to an hour with that patient, going really in depth.
Before I got here, I thought that it was only patients with advanced disease who were sent off here as kind of a last resort. We have nowhere else to send them, no other medicines to give them, but in fact, it's not like that at all.
Our next exercise we're going to do is finding an object, which will be the letter or number.
Okay. And they can get started in learning how to compensate very early on in their vision loss. While they're still able to see, if they can learn how to move around in their world, then, perhaps later on as their disease progresses, they'll be able to compensate much better.
So you can literally reconfigure your entire tablet from your house to be completely customized to you.
We work in teams now. I think most medicine's delivered in a team. For an ophthalmologist, it may mean doing a surgery for a particular disease and then coupling with vision rehabilitation to maximize the patient's performance.
A patient with any sight loss who is having any difficulty functioning, no matter what the level, needs to be addressed by a low vision specialist.
In my very first low vision session, I was taught to look down until I saw my feet so that my brain would know where my feet were. Okay. And I do very little stumbling since then. It's pretty amazing.
I'm an ophthalmologist and I specialize in ophthalmology and eye surgery. Here's the white light. I was distressed by how often I found myself saying, "I'm sorry, that's all I can do for you." Out of that frustration, I actually decided to do further training in low vision rehabilitation. I fell in love with it and realized there was a lot could be done that I had been missing previously.
I first developed signs of macular degeneration 5 years ago.
Most patients with macular disease also have blind spots in their vision. And these scotomas make reading very difficult because part of the word or part of the letter may disappear. So by enhancing their vision, making it larger with magnification, making the contrast better, increasing illumination, it makes it possible for individuals to see the letters they were not able to see previously.
I just needed to be told what to do. My reading abilities have become much easier and less frustrating.
Low vision rehab makes us excited that we have something we can offer our patients. We're able to say, okay, maybe we've done everything we can at this moment for you, but we have another team that will help us improve your quality of life.
Today's been great. Mostly just realizing that they have so many ideas here that this really is going to be more comfortable for me, and pretty quickly too.
If I can't totally cure their problem, am I still interested in their quality of life? I hope the answer is going to be yes. To insist that they participate in rehabilitation.
It really makes all the difference in the world.
We have the opportunity to change these lives by getting these patients into a vision rehabilitation process earlier and earlier. This is now the standard of care.
Watch ACUITY every Sunday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and catch the replay 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Mondays. Gardez ACUITY chaque dimanche,
6h pour 7h du soir. Et n'a pour repasser chaque lundi, 8h pour 9h du soir. On PCVI Network.
Is your vision giving you pause for concern? Have you had several surgeries or eye injections in the past? Are you using eye drops? Are prescription glasses working for you? If you answered yes to any of these questions, tune in to get pertinent information from me, Lady Nay, and Dr. Prince, a low vision and blind rehabilitation specialist. We are live on the PCVI network to give education, information, and other solutions. Remember to subscribe to our network to get notifications.